global community, the international community, to come together and to reinforce the rules that we've all followed and known ever since the end of the Second World War, really, and very much trying to sort of establish the fact that this is a crucial time now for all the global powers to unite and stand up to countries like Russia who are testing us in such a way.
OK, Deborah, many thanks. Well, let's focus now on the unveiling of the true identity of one of the Skripal poisoners. Here's our defence correspondent, Alistair Bunkle. And it's Anatoly Chapiga. Well, what do we know about him?
39 years old, a colonel in the GRU, which is Russian military intelligence, one of their three main intelligence agencies alongside the SVR and the FSB. He was a veteran, we are told, of the Chechen conflict, and he was decorated in 2014 with something called the Hero of the Russian Federation Award, which we're told is a decree given by the Russian president himself, no less. So we have now the true identity, and my sources tell me that this is correct. It has been revealed by the Bellingcat investigative website, but I'm told that it is accurate, and we have the true identity of one of the two main suspects in the poisoning of Sergei and Yulia Skripal. Because don't forget, when Scotland Yard 3 weeks ago came out and named them and put their pictures into the public domain, they said that they were called Ruslan Borsharov and Alexander Petrov. The Scotland Yard were very clear that those were aliases being used by the men, that they were travelling under false names, false passports. Well, now Borsharov, one half of that duo, we understand his real name is Anatoly Chapiga.
So have we had any response from any of the Russian outlets rubbishing the identification?
Well, I mean, personally, I've had some response on Twitter, as tends to be the way every time this story raises its head and people start to question it. But in terms of any official response, no, none. But as Deborah was just talking about, and as we've been seeing all day at various points in New York, whether it be in the chamber of the UN General Assembly itself or in the United Nations Security Council, Russia has been repeatedly criticised for its behaviour, particularly with what it did in Salisbury. And Sergei Lavrov, who was in the UN Security Council, sort of deputising, I suppose, for Vladimir Putin, was brushing away this as a sort of a concerted effort by the world to try and undermine Russia.
Alistair, thank you very much indeed. Alistair Bunkle there. Now to the conclusion of the Labour conference in Liverpool, and Jeremy Corbyn joked in his conference speech that if you got on the train at King's Cross, you never know who'll be running it by the time you get to Edinburgh. Now, if there was a theme to his speech, it was clearly that capitalism does not work and a Labour government is the remedy. He promised an extension of free childcare, worker seats on company boards and a new tax on second homes to pay for house building.
And his message to members and the nation during fractious political times, not least in his own party.